Hello there ladies and gents, my name is Story, and in this video we're going to be perusing a particularly pleasant pew pew from Future War Cult. You could obtain this via the faction rally, apologies if you didn't grab one, but this one is called the Pleiades, the pronunciation corrector with a lightweight frame, move faster with this weapon equipped. We've got the Spark PS, short zoom, increases range and handling, transmission MS7, ocular technology, long zoom, increases range, slightly decreases the handling speed. I'm going to go with the smaller one because I like small. Then we have the ever popular high cal rounds, knocking the targets back further and increasing range, flared magwell for slightly increased stability and greatly increased reload speed, and finally Rampage. This is the trait. Kills with this weapon temporarily grant increased damage and it stacks up to 3 times. Great. First things first, we're going to have to put a shader on this pew pew because Future War Cult couldn't do colours if their lives depended on it. That's better. The Pleiades Corrector is remarkably similar to the Manamanan Dididi. It has a little bit more range, more stability, and a faster reload speed. We also have high cal rounds as opposed to the old explosive rounds. However, the Manamanan is still an amazing scout rifle and shouldn't be underestimated. If you've managed to grab yourself an SR4 from the gunsmith or anywhere else, you can be pleased about it because explosive payload will cause the saturation of underwear. Anyway, this video is on the Pleiades Corrector. So let's talk more about the perks we can find on this particular scout rifle. Okay, let's have a look at the perk Rampage. To get this perk to proc, you must take down an enemy, followed by another one, and then another one in quick succession to get the ×3 damage buff stack kind of deal. It's very useful for taking out enemies that are swarmed together from afar. However, I would recommend the Manamanan as a scout rifle for your PvE activities over the Pleiades Corrector, simply because explosive payload is a much more forgiving perk. Anyway, Pleiades Corrector shines in PvP. It's remarkably similar to the Mida multi-tool, but it doesn't take up an exotic slot. Obviously, see how it chews through these enemies here, these bad guys, and they are bad. They've broken into your grandma's house and tried on her panties in secret, so we should eliminate them as fast as possible. TBH, I did find it difficult to get the Rampage perk to proc up to ×3 because let's face it, that's 3/4 of the enemy team, and if you're wiping out 3/4 of the enemy team with greatest of ease, then you're a beast, and you probably don't need perks on guns to facilitate that kind of behavior. I know what you're going to ask. Why would I put down my Mida multi-tool and pick up this gun instead? Well, being as the Pleiades Corrector is remarkably similar to the Mida multi-tool, it also has high cal rounds, don't forget. The Pleiades Corrector is an energy weapon. It occupies an energy weapon slot, freeing up that kinetic weapon slot for other favourites such as the Better Devil's hand cannon with explosive rounds. We've got the Adjudicator Trials SMG, which is also fantastic, as well as the anti-OPD SMG. If you've managed to get yourself one of these, this appears to be one of the rarest SMGs in the game. You'll have a slightly better range than the Trials Adjudicator, so that pairs very, very great. Also the Scathe Lock, an auto rifle with high cal rounds, so you basically have access to a whole bunch of kinetic weapons that you wouldn't normally be able to pair with a Mida multi-tool. So yeah, it does pretty well. I was that confident I could even take this into Trials and not feel like I was handicapped in any way. It's a superb scout rifle for taking down enemies very quickly at range, and lest we not forget high caliber rounds, the delicious obnoxiousness of flinching our targets wherever possible. Now, the Mida multi-tool is so popular because of its combination of high cal rounds, the aim assistance, and of course the radar remaining when we ADS. Pleiades Corrector isn't an exotic, it's a legendary. It has the aim assistance of 76, whereas Mida has 100. But for a legendary weapon, this certainly is one of my favourite scout rifles. I just love the fact that you can combine it with all the favourite kinetics and still take most of the advantages that an exotic weapon such as Mida will offer us. Now, you can even pair Pleiades Corrector with the Mida if you want to be that kind of a person that wants to watch the world burn. But just remember, if you're that kind of a person, you're not really going to be very effective at close ranges. Is that really important when we're at the back of the map? Most of the time, perhaps, maybe, possibly. But you need to remember, Karma will be wearing these boots, and they will be chasing after you and waiting to kick you right in the gooch with these pointy bits. Look at that. Can you imagine the pain of being kicked in the gooch with that pair of boots? well, that's going to happen to you. Anyway, I've been Story Machine. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, then you can sashay on over to my own channel. I have a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel. If you want to come and watch me live stream, I do it fairly regularly. And I run YouTube as a hobby in the background. So you can check the links in the description and drop me a follow and come and say hello. But remember to bring a sausage. In the meantime though, folks, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.